Hello everyone and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So in today's market breakdown, we are going to be seeing some currency pairs that are having a high chances of playing out this morning. But before we dive into the technical aspect, let's first of all move to the fundamental aspect and see the high impact news that is about to be released during the lending session and the New York session. So first of all, today's date is 21st of May 2025 and it is Wednesday. So looking at the economic calendar, we are seeing 6 a.m. We are going to be having GBP CPI news on the pound. So let's see what they are expecting and let's compare the previous numbers to what analysts are expecting it to happen. So the previous numbers was 2.6% and the forecasted number was 3.3. So looking at the CPI data, we are expecting high numbers. Okay, so they are expecting inflation to be high. So if inflation is high, what is going to happen is there's going to be increase in interest rate, and if there was increase in interest rate, it is going to affect the pound to that pound is going to be very strong because investors will love investing in economy where interest rate is very high. So the pound is going to be very strong at this point. So at this point you are expecting the pound to be very strong. So let's look at GBP USD, the technical aspect. Let's see what you are expecting. So if the pound is very strong, then what you're expecting is the pound is going to continue moving up. But let's do the technical analysis part and see what is going to happen or what you are expecting it to happen. On the technical analysis part, looking at GBP USD on the monthly time frame, you're having this resistance level over here. You're having this resistance level over here at the monthly time frame. At the monthly time frame, and at the week you have another resistance level over here. Looking at the weekly time frame, the various rejectional level, you don't have any rejectional level. Looking at the daily time frame, the daily time frames too, we are having with the daily time frame, you're having this rejectional level over here. You're having this rejectional level over here at the daily time frame. We're having this rejectional level at the daily time frame. So looking at the trend at the daily time frame, we notice that the daily time frame trend is an uptrend. Price is doing more of price is making higher highs and higher lows. So the trend at the daily time frame is an uptrend at this point. So looking at the H4 time frame, with the H4 time frame currently, price has gotten to this. Price is approaching this the high. Okay, the daily time frame resistance level. Price is currently approaching the daily time frame resistance level. So at this point, I'm expecting price to move up to get to this reactional level. So if it gets to this reactional level, most of the times what you are expecting is either price will break out or it will either retest and come back to this levels, then it will continue the trend. So at this point, what I'm expecting is price to continue to this level. Okay, so since you are expecting the pound to be very strong, what you are going to be seeing is price is either going to move and fill this zone. If it fills this zone, then it will either come back again to the various reactional level or it will come to the various reactional level. So at this point, I don't have any high, I don't have any. The bias for GBP USD is a buy, but as in there was no entry. Okay, there was no entry. So at this point, we are going to wait patiently for the CPI news to be released. Then we make a decision on we make a decision on the pound dollar. So at this point, I'm expecting the pound dollar to rise to this level. Then the reaction can either be a breakout or price will either retest this one and bounce back. So I'm expecting this zone to get filled. So if you, even though at the H4 time frame it looks very small, but if you move to the lower time frame like 30 minutes, you get to understand that the zone is big. Okay, so it's like 9 pips zone. So I'm not interested in 9 pips because deducting your spread, taking your expenses, your trading expenses from this one, it is not enough and it's not worth taking it. So I'll be waiting patiently for price to get to this side. Okay, waiting patiently for price to get to the reactional level. So if it gets to the reactional level, then I'll wait to see what is going to happen. If price break out, I'll wait for a pullback, then I'll take the continuation. Or if price bounce, I'm going to wait for price to get to this reactional levels, then I'll go in forward a buy. That's what I'm expecting on what pound dollar. The next one on top of my watch list is Nasdaq. So at this point on Nasdaq, the Nas 100, what I'm expecting is what, moving to the higher time frame. Let's do top down analysis on Nasdaq and see what I'm expecting this morning. So on Nasdaq, what I'm expecting is what, currently price is approaching this week monthly reactional level. So price is currently approaching this monthly reactional level, and looking at the weekly time frame, we don't have any reactional level. So price is currently approaching a reactional level. Okay. So looking at the daily time frame, price is currently does this reactional level over here at the daily time frame. At the daily time frame, we're having this reactional level here at the daily time frame. So looking at the H4 time frame, so price has retested on this strong area of interest. So at this point, what I'm waiting for is what, I would love price to flip. Okay, if this candle flips bullish, okay, if this candle flips bullish like this, that's when I'll be waiting for what, I'll be looking out to take a buy. That's when I'll be looking out to take a buy. So if price flips bullish, then I'll what, be looking for a buy on Nasdaq to fill the whole of what, these zones. So this setup looks similar to what happened on gold USD yesterday, and it's still flying. Okay, this setup that you are seeing over here is the same thing that happened on gold yesterday. So if you check gold USD XAU USD, so it's the same thing that happened over here, and gold what, flew to this side. So it's the same thing I'm expecting on what, Nasdaq. So at this point, I'm expecting price to flip, even though it's giving us a sell, a bearish candle confirmation. What I'm expecting it to happen is what, this candle to flip bullish. If it flips bullish, then I'll be what, looking out to take a buy for it to fill the whole of this zone. So that's what I'm expecting on Nasdaq at this point. So looking at USD CHF. So today we are going to be doing more. We are analyzing more of the major currency pairs. So looking at USD CHF, looking at the monthly time frame on USD CHF, looking at your left, you don't have any zone over here. There was a zone at this point at the monthly time frame. There was a zone at the monthly time frame. Looking at the weekly time frame, there was also what, a reactional level at this point that I'm expecting it to what, to hit this level. Okay, there was a reactional level over here. So these are the various reactional levels. So looking at the daily time frame, price is currently approaching these key levels, or price is currently approaching these reactional levels at this point. So what I'll be expecting is for price to what, react on this reactional level. If price gets to this reactional level, the chances that it is going to react is very high. You get it? So I'm expecting price. So looking at the daily time frame trend is what? A downtrend. Looking at the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame trend too is also a downtrend. So what I'm expecting is what, price to make a pullback, because price is currently what? Price is currently in, it's very low. Okay, so if you want to take a sell, you don't want to take a sell when price is very low. You want to take a sell when price is high. So at this point, you want price to what? Price to move high, then you go in for a sell. So the potential levels I'm expecting price to what, to be hitting is what, I'm expecting price to be hitting this level, then maybe I'll be looking out for what, a sell, or price to break out from this level, if price break out from this level, then I'll what, go in for some pullbacks, then take the continuation of the trend. So that's what I'm expecting. Either price will come to this side, then what, go in for a sell, or what, price to break out, then you go in for what, a sell. So that's what I'm expecting on USD CHF. Let's look at USD cards. So as I said, today we are doing more of what, the major currency pairs. So looking at USD card at the monthly time frame, let's see if you are having any reactional level. So looking at the monthly time frame on USD card, there was this reactional level over here. Okay, there was this so the candle has already broken, so this level has become invalidated. Okay, because price has already broken below that level, so there's no reactional level over there. So looking at the weekly time frame, there was this reactional levels over here at the weekly time frame. There was this reactional levels over here at the weekly time frame. So looking at the daily time frame, price is currently what? The trend is currently a downtrend. Okay, so if the trend is a downtrend at this point, what I'm expecting is what? I'm expecting a pullback to this level at the daily time frame, then I'll go in for what? A sell. So this is the daily time frame. So looking at the H4 time frame, so it's the same thing that we are going to be expecting it to happen on what? The daily time frame. So at the H4 time frame, at this point, I'm expecting what? Price to what? Price to come to this level. Okay, price to come to these various levels. Okay, for the intraday move, then what we go in for what? A sell. So that's what I'm expecting on what? USD card. So you're expecting a pullback because the overall trend, the daily and H4 is what? All downtrend. So our bias is a sell. So I'm expecting price to pull back to these levels. Okay, then we go in for what? A sell on USD CHF. So that's what I'm expecting on these various currency pairs. So in case maybe there was any question, there was anything that you are finding difficult to understand, kindly drop your comments in the comment box. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to the channel, to kindly do well, subscribe to the channel, share the channel to your friends and your family members, and what? Trade safe, trade carefully. Okay, and will kindly put the channel to on all notifications. Anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to get notified. Bye bye to you all, and what? Trade successfully, trade safe.